Welcome back. So second video of the day. It was announced earlier on this morning that Rigid Sun Racing is going to have Justin Sanders fill in for the injured Aaron Reutzel this coming weekend at Tulare and at Placerville with High Limit Racing. We've already seen Sanders in the car, obviously at Knoxville, but they are now racing with him for a high limit points paying event as Reutzel continues to heal from a fractured foot and an injury at the Eldora Speedway. In a press release from Fully Injected Motorsports and Tyler Altmaier, it reads, Sanders, filling in for the injured Aaron Reutzel, will continue his RSR tenure Friday, August 15th at the legendary Thunderbolt Raceway. Now, what it also says down here is on deck, Rigid Sun Racing and Justin Sanders will continue their 2025 campaign with High Limit starting at Thunderbolt Raceway and Placerville Speedway on Friday and Saturday, August 15th and 16th. It does not say Sanders will run Gold Cup. It does not say Sanders is going to run Douglas County. And it does not say Sanders will run Skagit. As of right now, it is a two-race deal this weekend, Friday and Saturday, Tulare and Placerville. So we need to keep that in mind here with this deal as well. Now, they have been running together, obviously, for the last couple of weeks. They ran 11th at the 360 Nationals at Knoxville. They ran 16th at the Capitani Classic, a 75-car 410 field. And then in the C-Main, they ran 5th during the 410 Knoxville Nationals on Saturday night. So not at the run they were hoping for, I'm sure, at the 410 Nationals, but still, to run what would be two nights at 360s, a night at Capitani, and 2 nights at the 410s. They got 5 races under their belt. So they have, they've got some experience together. They ran, I guess that you could say they ran at Las Vegas when Aaron got hurt and Sanders jumped in for the feature and they broke. They didn't run a lap. But they've ran together quite a few times now. And so I think going back to familiar territory for Justin Sanders, this could be a dangerous combination. I really, really think that is the case. Justin Sanders, if you did not know, normally drives the Demo Mitri number 2X car. That is a KPC chassis with a Ryder engine when it's a 410. The 87 car is a Triple X chassis with a Ryder engine. So same power plants, different chassis. We'll see how much that affects Sanders when it comes to the smaller bull rings, if it does or not. I did text Aaron Reutzel earlier on today. He did say he will be at the racetrack helping the team like he was at Knoxville. We saw him with the little the scooter and the leg cast on and everything like that, right? And so he will still be there trying to help out. What is interesting between these two is on a regular basis with High Limit, Aaron Reutzel is the driver and he is the crew chief. That is the exact same thing that Sanders does out on the West Coast. He is the driver and he is the crew chief. And so that is a very interesting dynamic there. But I would have to think Aaron would take precedence here in this situation. But that's still something very, very weird that you got to think about here, is these guys are drivers and crew chiefs at the same time. And as I mentioned, this is only going through Tulare. It's only going through Placerville. As of now, we'll wait and see for another announcement if they do continue on after this. Justin Sanders is the defending NARC Sprint Car champion, the King of the West champion. And so he's very, very good on the West Coast. We know he is one of the perennial contenders when High Limit and the Outlaws go out there. He has never gotten that national touring win, but boy, has he been close several times. A lot of podiums, some laps led, has not been able to seal the deal. This could be one of his best opportunities to make it happen. He does have 8 410 wins this year to his credit, along with 4 360 victories as well. It is worth noting that when High Limit came to the West Coast earlier this year for Kern, for Tulare, and for Paris, I believe it was, Sanders, they weren't even close. They were way out the pace in the 2X. He didn't finish in the top 20 any of the nights, got upside down, I think, at Tulare, and the car just did not run well. But ever since then, they've got things figured out in that car, and now we'll see if he can figure things out in the 87. Now, I know it said it only goes through Tulare and Placerville, but I wanted to look if it does go further than that. I wanted to look at the stats for Justin Sanders at all of the tracks on the West Coast, because if he does stay in the car, he's, in my opinion, he's the best option they have. He's a NARC champion. He's ran for points before. He knows the situation these guys are in. He knows how to run for points. He's not going to try and take a 10th place car and try and run 4th and wreck it. He knows what's going on in the background here. So at Tulare, and the reason it's written in red is because I would say Tulare is Justin Sanders' worst track in California. He has 1 360 win there to his credit. It was a King of Thunder Series win a few years ago. His best ever run against a National Touring Series at Tulare is only a 13th with the Outlaws last year, and his best finish in a 410 altogether, a 3rd place run with NARC in 2023. So Tulare is definitely the weak spot for Justin Sanders in the state of California. The rest of these tracks on the board, including Douglas County in Oregon and Skagit in Washington, Sanders has got a very good hold on. The reason Placerville Speedway is in green, it's probably his best track on the West Coast. He's a 3-time NARC 410 winner, a 27-time 360 winner, and last year he ran second with High Limit, very close to McFadden at the end, almost won that race. And then the last 2 years before that, he was third in 2023 with the Outlaws, and he was second, or make that fourth, in 2022 against the Outlaws. So the last 3 national touring races at Placerville, Sanders was second, third, and fourth. So he's got a pretty good handle on that small racetrack. Silver Dollar Speedway, he's a 5-time NARC winner, an 11-time 360 winner, and he ran second in the Gold Cup in 2023 and second on his prelim night that year as well. So those 2 tracks, Placerville, Silver Dollar, Justin Sanders is going to be getting around there very, very well. Douglas County, now he doesn't have a win there, but man, has he been close. 4 career starts at the Oregon track. He ran second with NARC 3 times, and he ran second with High Limit there last year. So in 4 starts, he's ran second 4 times, and he's led laps in 3 of the 4 main events that he's ran there. So he's got a pretty good handle on Douglas County as well. And as far as Skagit goes, he's the 2023 Dirt Cup champion. This year, he got a Dirt Cup prelim night win, and last year against High Limit, he ran 3rd, 6th, and 6th in the 3 races there during Skagit Nationals. So it's safe to say, outside of Tulare, that Justin Sanders is going to be all right. He knows what to do at these racetracks. I am curious how Tulare goes, though, because earlier this year, when we ran there back in March, Aaron Reutzel was the quick time driver overall in qualifying. So it looked like he had a good setup around there. Maybe that is what Justin Sanders needs. Maybe he doesn't have the setup figured out in the 2X car. Maybe Reutzel can help him get a little bit better at Tulare. Reutzel is a former Outlaw winner at Tulare before, and so this could be a good opportunity for Sanders to have his best career run at that track and help out Ridge & Sun Racing in the process, because they are very, very close in points. They are 25 points out of the race, or out of the championship lead. They are currently sitting 3rd. I want to say they're about 12, 13 points behind the Clausen Marshall 7BC, and they are 59 points ahead of Brent Marks he's 5th in points, and Rico is, I want to say, 5 or so points behind Reutzel for 4th. So things are very tight, both in front of them and behind them. And so Justin Sanders, a little bit of pressure on his shoulders here, but I mean, he's running in his home area, the places he knows the best. And so I am very excited to see how this partnership will go. I wasn't expecting big things out of Justin Sanders at Knoxville because name a track in California that is anything like Knoxville. There's nothing. There's nothing that even compares to Knoxville in California. Sanders has only been there 2 or 3 times in his whole life. And I mean, you could not have expected him to run top 10 at the Nationals. He just doesn't have that half-mile experience, right, like the rest of these guys do. So I think going back to the quarter miles, the 3/8 miles, the places he's won and been successful at, this could be a very dangerous pairing when we show up to the racetrack on Friday night. So looking forward to seeing how it goes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. How do you guys think they'll do? I want to hear your thoughts. Hit like, hit subscribe as well, and we'll talk to you guys again here soon on the Rodman Rundown.